I'm a businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like, we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to women and to men. And representation is at sort of the heart of evolution. You've got to see people who reflect you in the work. And we had this hangover. I mean, Bud Light had been kind of a brand of fratty, kind of out of touch humor. And it was really important that we had another approach.
I can't. I mean,
I noticed the artwork in the background.
I can't. I love how she says that, Bud Light had this fratty, out of touch humor. You mean just guys, young guys? Is that what you're talking about? Who do you think buys Bud Light? Oh, we had to appeal to women. And is that your majority of your audience for Bud Light is women go and buying beer? I'm curious. So what I find interesting about this is that they bow to the woke, right? And she felt that the brand needed to be younger, right? It needed to attract younger people. Okay, maybe they did have a demographic problem when you looked at the marketing analysis and whatnot. Maybe they did need to attract younger people. Okay, why did that translate to her as trans? Why did that translate to her that way? Why couldn't attracting young people be like, oh, let's show some more fun stuff when we do our commercials? We need to be like more fun and energetic, and maybe let's get our sense of humor in with the lingo of like young people today, and maybe we do something related to social media, or we pull in some. Why did it involve no broad analysis of young people in general and what their marketing tendencies are in terms of what appeals to them and not? That's not what that was about, honey. Don't lie. Don't lie. Because young does not equal trans, especially for a Bud Light consumer. That's just ridiculous. You decided that you wanted to bow to the altar of woke. You knew it was going to hurt your bottom line, and it did, by the way. You knew there was going to be outrage, but it was more important to you, because you're a hard leftist, to bow to the altar of woke and to pretend that trans and Dylan Mulvaney was somehow representative of how the majority of young people feel, and it's going to make them want to buy Bud Light. And also pretend that it wasn't going to hurt all of your older customers who are looking at this like, are you kidding me? You think Dylan Mulvaney is the customer base of Bud Light? I am. Why don't you care about me? Why aren't I represented in any of your advertising? What a terrible business move. And by the way, she's horrible at her job. Horrible at her job. Because if you're catering to wokeism over your customer base, what are you even doing, honey? Just go work for some woke nonprofit. Are you trying to make the company money, or are you trying to bury them? Interesting. So, and Newsweek came out, by the way, after that with a headline that was interesting. Anheuser-Busch, which is the larger company, it's an umbrella under which Bud Light falls. The stock drops amid Bud Light, Dylan Mulvaney. You don't say, honey. You don't say that your stock was going to drop. Of course, because you screwed your customer base by putting out some stupid woke video. We were all watching that. Dylan Mulvaney in the bathtub blowing the... I mean, this is just getting stupid. It's like these companies are going so far out of a way to prove a point that it's like they're choking people on it. It's ridiculous. So I think that company is going to be in trouble, and I think a lot of these woke companies are going to be in trouble. They are. They're not going to be able to escape this mandate they have to embrace the woke, and so they're going to do it, and they're just going to lose money.
Lost $4 billion.
Lost $4 billion. You got the number?
Yep.
Where does it say it, Deli? Do you have it anywhere? It's not in this article, right? No, this wasn't as current as I would have liked it to be. So they're losing money. By the way, they went silent on social media. You saw they shut up. They had, of course. What were they going to say? It's ridiculous. It's so obvious to everybody what you did. There we go. Cap drops nearly $4 billion after partnering with trans activists. They don't care, though. Do you see? And that's the interesting thing. People say, well, they'll change now. I'm not so convinced. I think some of these companies are so committed to the cause, right? They want their sticker, like the trans community loves them, or whatever the cause of the moment is. They want that approval so badly that they'll bury their own business to get the sticker. Bunch of sickos. If you like the short clip and want to watch the full episode, click here. And if you want to connect with me on Connect one-on-one, let's get talking, click right here.